Hi, I'm Derek McDaniel. I'm Mr. Eldercare 101. Today's question comes in from Angel. Her question relates to how can she talk to her dad, because evidently he's starting to need more and more care, but he's not quite ready to admit it yet. Well, first, Angel, this is a pretty typical question. It happens all the time. What I would say to you is this. Number one, what's most important is that you allow your dad to maintain his dignity and as much independence as is safe and reasonable. That's first. Second, have conversations with him on this topic, but be very careful to listen to his responses, in that he's going to tell you either through words or actions how he's really feeling about this. So when you bring up the topic, if he's incredibly resistant, back off a little and, don't push quite so hard. Be prepared to have multiple conversations on this topic. Perhaps you bring it up in a more gentle fashion by telling your dad a story about how someone else was impacted because they weren't allowed to care for their parent. Make sure that you don't say that it was a burden to them, but help ease him into the situation, and maybe he'll relate to someone else's story. That's how I would suggest that you go about it. But once again, remember, this is not, in most cases, a one and done sort of conversation. So be prepared to have multiple conversations about this. Try and find good times to have conversations about this. And also, make sure that you let him know that you love him and you care about him and you only want to do what's good for his well-being. So it's very important that he maintain his dignity and his sense of independence. If you go about it in this way, I think you're going to get the results that you want. So, once again, I'm Derek McDaniel. I'm Mr. Eldercare 101, and good luck on your caregiving journeys.